Good evening, and we haven't went live over there. Oh, we're in the tell everybody to bail out of the one that they're in, and I've deleted the wrong one, Al.
And I don't know which one you're on. You're not on that one.
It's the new one.
The new one.
There's two of them. Yeah, there's two of them. One doesn't have a how do you want to put it? A thumbnail, and the other one does.
Let's see if I can get it here.
Where's the new link at?
I think I found them, or found one of them anyway. I'll find the other one.
Yeah, I found one that's not happening.
What was that? What the hell is that?
There we go. That's this one. I'll go post this one over there.
Yep.
All right. Go here. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing you are, Al. So we'll both. One of us should get it in there.
There you go. I got it. I got it.
Somehow I accidentally created two.
I got it.
And I don't know how I did that. Well, it's not letting me post that in there, but you got it in there.
There we go.
I accidentally created two, and I went and told Al I got to go in there and delete one. Guess what? I deleted the wrong one.
Wrong one, yeah.
Jeez.
Stuff like that.
Yep, you can't win for losing.
Nope.
Right.
But anyway, hopefully we'll get some people in over here, and they will.
There's already 5.
Okay, cool.
Hello, Len.
Sorry about that. I thought that I had it. I deleted the right one. So what happened tonight, and I explained it to we were talking amongst ourselves, but I created 2 of the shows for tonight. I don't know how that happened. I only pushed the button once, but 2 were created. And I went in and tried to delete one of them. Well, apparently I deleted the wrong one. So when I started this show tonight that we're presently on, it created another one. So anyway, but good evening and welcome to Let's Talk Shop with Russ. Had a wild week. I had some complications with the medicine they gave me to prep me for my colonoscopy.
You should hear the details.
No, I don't want to hear. I ain't going to give the details. But
no, that's a joke.
Yeah, to make a long story short, I ended up in the ER Monday afternoon all the way up until midnight. They got me fixed and sent me home, and I had the colonoscopy on Tuesday. Good news is they only found 1 polyp, and they sent it off, which it's a normal procedure to be a biopsy, in other words, see if it's cancerous, and I'm hoping and praying it's not, which the doctor didn't send it out stats, so the nurse said that was a good thing, and here I am. With all my sniffles, I'm having I washed my truck the other day because it started having growing mold and from all the pollen, and lo and behold, I woke up this morning and it was covered again in yellow pollen. So the pollen is really taking a number on my sinuses. Mm-hmm. So if I start coughing, I got a cough drop over here I can use and to help that part. And my nose is just constantly kind of running. It's hell to get old. I never had allergies in my entire life. I've never had a sinus infection until the last 5 or 6 years. And now every time I turn around. So,
can I ask you a question, Russ?
Sure.
Do your feet smell if your nose runs?
I don't know. I can't get down there to smell them. My back's in such, with 2 herniated discs, it's hard to even clip my toenails. Trust me.
Yeah. I bet a lot of people can sympathize with the comment you just made.
Yes.
I know I can.
Yeah, I have a hard time with, well, I've lost, the 58 pounds. So my belly I've lost almost 5 inches in my waist from losing that much weight. I have to wear a belt on all my pants. I mean, they just won't fit anymore. And as of this moment, I'm not buying a new wardrobe. Maybe if I maintain this for another years, I might start buying some more clothes. But right now, I just wear belts to hold my pants on. And I use cable tie on my work shorts that I go outside and work in. I use cable ties to pull the two belt loops closed to take up the distance so I can work. You think I'm kidding? I can go get a pair and show you. My wife laughs.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah, I use cable ties for a belt, so to speak. And but my point is, since my belly's shrunk, it's easier to get over and get to my feet to clip my toenails. But it's still hard as heck with my back.
That's so Polk County. Sorry, I had to say it. I had to say it.
Yeah, we're supposed to be talking about woodworking. We're talking about clipping toenails.
Oh my God.
Where we won't go.
Yeah. So let's talk about wood.
Just saying.
Yeah, I see you picking up a napkin every now and then, rubbing your nose too there, Al.
Hey, you see this? This was big several days ago. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I went out there today, and today's the first day that I actually saw a little coating of yellow. It's fixing to get bad.
Yeah, it's already started here in Florida. We haven't, you can ask Chris, we haven't really had a winter. I think we've had 2 or 3 days where it was actually you could wear a light jacket, and that's been it.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have a winter period.
And that's what I moved here for.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Gonna go back to Boston next week, though. Got to dig out my cold weather gear.
Well,
What's your cold weather gear?
What's that?
What's your cold weather gear?
The ski jacket, gloves, long pants.
Oh.
I think I still have 2 pairs of long pants. I think.
Yeah, the long johns, huh?
No, I'm not going.
No long johns. That was a staple when I used to live in Chicago.
Yeah, I used to have them too, but you very rarely put them on, so it wasn't worth it.
Chris, do you keep that in a like display case that says "in case of emergency, break glass"?
Yeah, in case of trip back to Boston, break glass. So,
yeah.
Yeah, for real.
But Florida does not know how to do St. Patrick's Day, so we're going up there for the week.
Yeah.
My wife's going up for work. I'm going up to drink.
Now, if you go to Tampa over on the Hillsborough River, they turn the river green.
Yeah, children do that shit. You don't do that stuff. Chicago, Tampa, come on. What you need is a good
Chicago does do it. That's right.
And good friends. It's all you need, and you've got St. Patrick's Day.
We dye the Chicago River green here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Everyone asked me if we do it in Boston. I'm like, no, we don't.
It looks pretty weird.
Most of the bars in Boston, if you ask for a green beer, they will throw you out.
And decidedly so.
Right.
It's a big thing around here for green beer.
Yeah, I know.
No, you don't do green beer.
Well, to be fair, the Celtic Ray in Punta Gorda is a real Irish pub. The guy is right off the boat. They will not serve green beer. The big sign says that. So,
awesome.
That's funny.
Good band.
It's funny that it's such a big thing down here, and up there it's like, but they're not. The people that are down here, like you said, see, I'm Irish, and Irish Indian, actually Irish Cherokee Indian, and but my dad never celebrated really St. Patrick's Day. My family didn't. Now, when I say that, they used to do the corned beef hash, and we used to do cabbage.
Yep,
that kind of stuff like that for St. Patrick's Day. But as far as a big celebration or whatever,
the old boiled dinner.
Yep.
Everything goes up in the same pot, and it all tastes alike.
Yes, but the reason being is because when my father was a kid growing up, the Irish were looked down on. In America, so they had him and his brother had a rough time. And my name, our original name used to be O'Clarity, O''Clarity, and they changed it to Clara D, Claridy, omitted the O, so that they wouldn't know. People wouldn't know that we were Irish.
Yeah.
Yep.
My
him and his brother.
kept it.
Yeah.
Kept it with pride. We came over here legally. We wound up in the fishing industry, where half of them were Irish back then and Italian, not Vulcan.
My dad got in the originally he was a carpenter, but originally to get work when he was a kid growing up, they did work the orange groves, and then he ran orange groves. He was like the supervisor over groves, and then he got back, and his dad was a carpenter, and his dad before him was, I'm third generation. So his dad, or he finally got back into the carpenter work as he got a little older and stayed in it. Al, tell us where we can find you.
Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop, just for fun. You can find me anywhere at Kilroy 79764, all over the place. I mean, just search Kilroy 79764. 2 p.m. Sunday on Twitch. Still working on the Lady Washington, and soon we'll start back up on the Enterprise D. As soon as I get every single kit, and I've got a pile of kits.
How did you get the kits? Did they start making them again?
Yeah, another company bought them out that was actually producing the parts for them and started doing it again, basically. So, yeah.
Awesome.
From what I heard, they bought out the company, but they kept everybody. The same people who made the mistakes the first go around.
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah.
So,
All I want is the kits.
I know.
Yeah.
I get that.
Well, if they get stable, I might order a kit and put it together like you did, because
They've got some awesome kits too, man. There's a Batmobile, and it's not the same company. I don't think it might be, but that I'm just like going, oh my God, I'd love to have that. But
no, I want to do one of the Enterprise like you did. Chris,
hopefully it'll be this big.
look, just parts that you're putting together. It wouldn't surprise me if it's that
You got to
big.
build a hangar to put it in next.
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
like that.
Hey guys,
First
Chris here at
red.
the Old Cranky Workshop. Find me on YouTube, Facebook. I'll get back to YouTube. I got to finish a video too. I know I've been saying that for over a year now, but I will be MIA next weekend and possibly the weekend after, because I'll be up in Boston for St. Patrick's Week. So
Week.
Cool.
also
Everybody's
celebrating
out.
the day we chased the British out of Boston. So evacuation.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
And there were a lot of Irish lads who built those stations up on Dorchester Heights. So, anyways,
Cool.
cheers.
People asking where Donna and Rose is tonight. Donna's out of town. She's in the Biloxi, Mississippi, I think.
Biloxi. Yep.
Yeah, Biloxi, Mississippi. She's on vacation, and she's also buying fabric. Jim told her where there was a fabric store at, and she went and bought like $300 worth of fabric.
Yeah, she yelled at us.
$400 worth.
Yeah, her mom
She'll
went
get
over
it
to
to
the
you when
top
she
of
gets
that.
back.
Yeah, so she's out of town, and I don't know where her sister is. But last I heard, she was delivering machines, but I don't know if she's gotten back or not. But Mary, I don't know where she's at. But Jim, tell us where we can find you.
Jim Bashir's Driveway Workshop, and I am out in the shop.
Oh.
It's 51 degrees here by Chicago, so it's finally getting warm enough. I got a new, we haven't been on for a while, so I got a new tool cabinet. Let me see if you can see it. That's out in the driveway right now because I don't have room to put it in here. Check this out. If I want to get a tool, I just go over here and say, I need a square. Only
Pick
took
it up
me
and there you go.
to do that instead of 15 minutes. So I'm pumped for the building season this year because I've got that.
You've got to remember to put it away when you're done, though.
That's
Yeah.
what Paul comes in.
How long
Okay,
will it
Paul.
last?
Here's my flat surface here.
See, that's how you do it. Oh, nice. Horizontal surfaces.
My horizontal surface under the radial arm saw just caught something. So,
That's the problem
other
I
than
have in my shop right now is I forget, I take it out, use it, and forget to put it back because I'm in
Yeah.
such a hurry sometimes. And my shop's a disaster.
that, yeah. What else? Oh, and I turned my retirement papers in, so
Wahoo!
on track to retire finally.
We got to do like a
Cool.
retirement show some night. Only people who are retired on the panel.
Well, that ain't fair. I become disabled, not retired.
Well,
Well, you're retired then.
You're an auxiliary
The
member.
only one that won't be here is Al.
Yeah.
But my days are being counted.
Oh,
Whether it takes place or not, I don't know, but the days are being counted. I guarantee you. All
Yeah,
cool.
1,114 of them.
I got a
You're not-
retirement counter that says I have. Hang on a sec.
Yeah, you can't count down until you got about a month left. Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
long.
Yeah,
That's when you create the paper clip chain and take
Right,
one off every
exactly.
day.
Yeah.
I've got 304 days, 4 hours, 44 minutes, and 39 seconds left.
no, you're not even close. You're not even
Yeah,
close.
really.
But he's not counting.
But
No.
I'm not counting it. No, I'm not. Okay,
I'm not counting either, but
I'm done.
it's there.
Lynn's hasn't crafted wood sign says he calls them poop collectors. If you build a shelf, poop will collect.
Will it be Smurf poop?
Right.
Yeah, will it be Smurf poop?
If you build it, they will poop it.
They will poop it. Donald, where can we find you?
You can find me on YouTube, Donald Philosophize Wood Shop. I got a website, redneckknowhow.com, and you can also find me Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And I don't know as far as the Irish of St. Patrick's Day. My last name's Matthews. They traced us back to Welsh, but it being Matthews, we either come from Ireland or Scotland. One is the one. All them leprechauns look the same.
Yeah, you have to ask him is he Irish or Scottish.
And the only way we celebrated St. Patrick's Day was my parents made sure that we all wore green to school because they got tired of picking us up for punching the people that pinched us.
That makes sense. Totally.
You still have time, if you haven't done it, to send your pictures for your projects to contest@simplywoodencreations.com. The show won't end until 9, so if they get in here a few minutes, I'll show the pictures. But that's what we're doing tonight is project pics.
Boys and girls, send your stuff
Send them
in.
to. We don't have that many. That's the reason I'm kind of lagging to get to them because we'll be through them in 5 minutes. So, but this contest at simplywoodencreations.com. Send your project pics if you want to. I got some new projects. I don't have pics, but I'm going to show them off. And yes, they're 3D printed because that's all I can really do right now. I got out the other day finally after my colonoscopy and washed my truck. It actually had green on it, and it wasn't the pollen. It was green growing on it because of the pollen.
Yeah.
And I had to wash it. My truck's white, and it looked horrible. And I was like, I gotta wash this poor baby. It's got to have a paint job. It's the paint's breaking down. But okay, who did I end with? Donald. So it's Paul's turn. Yep, Paul.
Paul Corliss, Paul's Messy Workshop, where there are no horizontal surfaces. They all look like pyramids from the amount of junk.
Awesome. And then Dixon.
Dixon Hoffman, you can find me at hoffmansignsandDecals.com.
You know, Aussie Man says you don't hate it when you can't find a tool that when you go to put it away, it's going right next to the last one. Yeah. Trust me. I haven't had the problem with tools because I have so many of them. I've got like 50 sets of pliers of all different types. I got like 60 screwdrivers of all different types. I mean, I got so many tools I could go a month and not put them back and probably not run out. So I don't have that problem. But my problem is buying stuff that I need to use, like brackets, L brackets or screws or whatever, and losing them. And then going to the store and buying more screws and L brackets and coming back and and finding the ones that I bought in the first place. So
I was
that's
going to
where I have a
start
problem.
if I got any had to go buy screws or brackets or anything, and you get a couple extra. I was just going to throw them away because I knew I wouldn't be able to find them anyway.
Yeah. Did I get to you, Dixon? Did you tell
Yes,
us
you
where we
did.
can find you?
Yes,
Okay.
you did.
He was really fast.
Fast.
Yeah, I was thinking he was because I was like, I don't even remember that it was so fast.
If you
That's
really want
because
to
he
mess
doesn't have a
yourself
job
up,
anymore.
if you really want to mess yourself up, is move your shop around when you get older. Then you'll really lose stuff.
Yeah. What was your smart aleck comment, Paul?
Make a smart aleck comment? I said,
Yeah, you made a smart aleck comment.
It was quick because he doesn't have a job anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
okie dokie.
Oh, I'll have to
Okay,
get a
let's go
YouTube
over
channel
here.
or something.
Didn't
Yeah.
you become an engineer, Dixon?
An
Something like
engineer?
that? Yeah.
I'm
An HO
retired.
scale engineer?
Uh,
Isn't that what you said you were going to do is play with the trains?
No,
I
he
don't
was
get
going to shrink down.
Yeah, he probably doesn't have time anymore. You only
Yeah,
have
no,
time
I
to
don't
do
have
that
time to work
stuff when you have a
anymore.
job.
Mhm. Hey, I found out retirement is not as fun as you think it is because I got more work going on than I did when I was full-time working.
Yeah.
Here's what you make it.
You forget what
That's
Yeah.
right.
day it
I'm
is.
gonna have to have a counseling session with you. I keep telling you, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, well, I had to build a new ramp, which I can say the ramp is pretty well finished. I'm going to add a board down the middle for the little kids. The handrail, it's in code, but it seems a little high, so I want to put a board down the middle so that the little ones don't fall off as easy. But anyway, so that means that I had to move the screen door, which I got the screen door now moved and installed in the new place on the end of the ramp. But I had to tear out all that screen. If you're standing on the porch looking out, everything to the left of the screen door is gone now. So I got to put new balusters up at the bottom and a post in the middle. It'll be about 4'3" on each side, give or take a few inches. And I got to put new screen in. We're going back rather than putting the balusters or posts underneath. We're going to go back with lattice, that plastic lattice. So I got to reinforce that to make sure that it sits in there and is sturdy. And that's got to be done. And then rescreen it and then put lattice over the top of the screen. Then the next project will be to tear out the rest of the screen and rescreen it. I could get by with it, but I'm just going to put all new screen in it all at one time and put new lattice and everything. And I won't have to worry about it because that's only the second time that porch in, let's see, I put it in there in 91. So 91, 2001, 2010, 2020. That porch is over 30, 32, 33 years old. So in 30 years, I've rescreened it twice. I don't think that's too bad. So it's once every 10 years, you might as well say, if I do it this time. I don't think that's too terribly bad.
Not bad at all.
So, yep.
Our last house, I had to rebuild all the screens for the wraparound porch. And that took an entire summer.
Yeah.
One project all summer long.
Yep.
Well,
This is pretty easy. If I get somebody to help me, it don't take long at all because they're all straight panels, and I'm stapling it to the 4x4s, and then I come over and put lattice on the joints. And if there's any screen sticking out in between the lattice, I just take my razor blade and run it down on the sides of the lattice and pull it out, and it's nice. And then as far as the lattice goes, I put it on sawhorses, and I give it like 2 coats front and back on the lattice, and that's the reason the lattice lasts so long. Paint the back side of the lattice and the front side all at the same time. So when I put it up, it's actually finished, and I just have to come back and touch up the nail heads.
Yeah, I thought ours would be easy because there's 8-9 bays between all the posts. But as I started working, I started measuring between the posts. Not one of them was the exact same measurement.
That's mine.
I couldn't cut 50 styles, 50 rails. I had to do them each one at a time. So
yeah,
it took.
Yep, that's kind of like mine. I don't think mine are exact.
Yeah, well,
as far as
now it's the new homeowner's problem. It's not mine anymore.
yeah,
Have it. I do drive by it every time I go up there, though. So
oh yeah, I would too.
put a lot of blood and sweat into that house.
All right, let's go ahead, and it's about halfway through. Paul, you leaving tonight to go?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, about 5 minutes.
Yeah, about
I'm
5
gonna
minutes.
go over
That's
his
kinda
cult.
what- Yeah. So let's do present.
Right.
Share screen. Contest. Share.
There we go.
Yeah, it should. Yep. Let's see if I can make this full screen layout. We don't need to
get my
see us
email?
for a few minutes. Actually, no, but let me look in the where's it at? Let me look in the spam and see if it's in there. Nope.
Dude,
I don't know why this thing has a hard time with your emails. Guy Madison, James Parker, Leonard Davis, and Donald Matthews.
I'll bring up my email. Send again. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So Guy Madison, he's the last one to send. Oh, that's cool. That is a whirligig. I think it is.
Yeah.
Because the angel wings.
Or is
Looks
that
like
just a thing to pull the light with?
Well, I would say it's a whirligig because the wings look like they rotate, like
Okay.
wings of a bird.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah,
Looks
Yeah,
like-
I think you're right.
that's what it looks like. But it looks cool. I like it.
Maybe he put it under the ceiling fan so they'll flap.
Yeah.
And I'm
Right.
assuming he did it on a scroll saw, right?
I would think so.
Yeah.
If he's out in the chat, he obviously heard me say about posting because this just came in.
Right.
So yeah, this came in at 8:22. So if he's out in the chat, we have questions. Do you have answers? Was that done on a scroll saw, and is it a whirligig?
It'd be really interesting if it did it with a drill press.
Yeah. This is James Parker. Can't think of anyone who couldn't use as a guardian angel. Yes, I agree. This is James Parker's. Now, I know without a shadow of a doubt this was done on a scroll saw.
Yes. Jimbo does awesome scroll saw
Yes,
work.
he does. And I have a few of his pieces, and I can actually testify to. I've seen his work in person. He came to visit me when I was doing the Rockler scroll saw classes. Oh, another beautiful basket.
I'd be about-
Steve Good's been popping out a lot of basket patterns lately, I noticed.
Yes,
That's
he has.
a vase. A vase. Looks like a tulip vase. Yeah, he's got into this thing. Haven't you noticed that, Paul, that he's got a lot of baskets coming out?
Yep.
Yep. Beautiful work, my friend. Beautiful work. Very beautiful. Leonard Davis. Let me back up and see if I can do this different. Let me do
Guy
What did I
in the
miss?
shop
There
says
we
scroll
go.
saw, table saw, hand chisels.
Okay, scroll saw, table saw, hand chisels. Okay, thank you, Guy.
Yes.
Beautiful work. I love the Guardian Angel. Oh, is it a whirligig? That's the next question. This is who did I say this was? Leonard Davis. Yeah, he made a bowl for a succulent.
That's nice.
Yeah, wooden holder. Oh, I like that too. I like both of these.
It's like an octagon shape looking down almost. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is very
I
nice.
love succulents too. That just makes it pop. The green
Yeah,
against that white.
yeah.
Oh,
I might have to find out how to. I'm sure these are turned. So, especially how he did this one.
made out of 2x4s.
Is it made out of 2x4s? 2x4 scraps. That's what he said. Wow.
red more scraps. Yeah.
I like these. These are really nice.
I thought the growth rings were kind of big, but
Yeah, it's got to be probably since it's. Oh, let me go back the other way.
no,
Since it's
not.
white wood, it's probably spruce. Which spruce, if you can look on the side of this one, you can see kind of the pitting of the wood between the rings. That's normal because white wood pits like that really. I mean, you have to have a razor sharp tool, and even then, I've used what are they? Not the conventional chisels for turning.
Carbide?
Yeah, the carbide. Yeah, the carbide tip. Yeah, and brand spanking new carbide tip will still leave this in the side of those spruce.
Oh, yeah, sure does.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Guy said if you put it in the wind, it will spin.
Okay, you put it in the wind, it'll spin. So
Yeah, cool.
that's kind of what we figured. This is beautiful. I love the wood. What kind of wood is that, Leonard? Spalted something?
Maple, maybe.
Yeah, maple, or it's hard to tell with it being
Hey,
spalted.
Donna's here.
I made it. She's in the chat. Donna's in the chat, guys.
Welcome, Donna.
Very beautiful. I love that wood. Oh, there you go. A holder for a piece of marble,
The
like a
trivet?
hot plate,
Yeah,
or
trivet.
not a hot plate. Yeah, a trivet or a hot pot holder. Yep. When I had the Corian put in the cabinets, they gave me several the leftover pieces, and I even requested that they leave the sink piece with me,
Yes.
so I
always
could
do
make.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I could make trivets for pots, because you don't want to set a hot pot on the top of a Corian countertop. So
Yeah, it changes color. It makes it change color. You
Yeah.
can buff it out.
you can.
Don't ask me how I know, but yeah, that
Yeah.
that green one right there. Yes.
That's beautiful. And like I like the way you added the wood that surrounds it. That looks just like awesome. It's like a plate or a platter. Beautiful. Very beautiful. I like that. I like the oh, there it is. There's the bottom. I was looking for a picture for the bottom. I like that. So it is like a plate or a platter. Very cool. Let's make sure I got through all of them. There's the succulents.
What the juice?
There's that. I like that piece. That's the marble. Or it might not actually be marble. It might be Corian. They make it to look like marble. And then Donald Matthews. Is that Elam? How you say that?
Yep, Elam.
Donald? Elam. Yep. That's his grandson. You posted a video of his grandson being swung by his daughter, and he's laughing, and me and my wife sit there and laughed at Elam. Donald, it was so funny to hear him laugh like that.
I still click that thing on. That is the best laugh I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, it is. That's funny, but that's very nice. I like that.
That was
Even
his first
shapes.
time on the swing.
Very awesome. And you did some awesome work. I like the blocks. Now, whether y'all know this or not, this is all handmade, and I mean literally handmade by Donald.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah,
Right there.
I mean, he did the wood burning by hand. He did the blocks carving, and also the boxes that's holding them, all handmade. I mean, of course, he used chisels and saws, hand saws, and stuff like that. But
And
he,
electric
Dremel?
dental dremels.
No,
Dremel or whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
there is electricity involved, but it's air powered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still, I can't hold my hands that still.
Yeah, I always, it always takes and moves me around. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have a real hard time.
that's the reason I
got-
have a CNC.
I got to put a block
Exactly.
beside it to rest my hand, the heel of my hand on while I work with it.
Right.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do it.
No, that's the reason I own a CNC. I let it do it. I let my fingers do the walking.
Trust me, if I'd have had one on those, I'd broke down and used it.
Yeah. Oh, it's just well, when I was younger. Oh, Chris, yours finally came through. So,
Yeah, I just resent them from my laptop and not my phone. So
okay.
this should be 2 emails.
Oh, that's cool. I love it.
What is it? Oh,
Smoking
yes.
tuna
Yep.
saloon.
These are, the little touristy places. You get the little buildings from that town. It's a similar thing. Bunch of stuff from Key West because we go down there a lot. So that would be the Smoke and Tuna Saloon.
Nice, nice.
I like it.
Kind of has a Margaritaville vibe to it.
Key West. And this is William Street in Key West, across from the Schooner Wharf Bar. Bike rentals, T-shirts, all that nonsense.
Right. Captain Tony's Saloon.
Gotta love Captain Tony's.
Florida's oldest bar.
Yep. A lot of drinks went down there. So.
Yeah, I noticed you're sitting in the bar.
Oh, I had to put myself in it. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Green Parrot Bar. Okay, I have to tell you something. I don't know if I would. I won't know if I would go in that bar.
Really? Why not?
Well, I have to tell you. I have to tell you a little story real quick. And I'm not prejudiced or anything, but we had a bar here in the city of Lakeland. It was called the Green Parrot, and it was for all the gay people.
I had no problem with that crowd. Half my friends are gay.
Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with it either. I have a nephew that's gay, so that's not the point. It's just that that bar was. That's what it was here. It was. It was.
Yeah, but you know what? If you're comfortable, no one else should have an opinion about it. So.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny as soon as I seen that, and my wife did too. She was like, yeah, we used to have one of those in Lakeland," and I'm like, "Yeah, I remember."
I think I heard the ding in the second email. So
yeah, that was Paul saying catch you tomorrow.
Oh,
bye, Paul. Paul's leaving or left, or Paul has left the building.
Here's the second set of villages.
Yeah, that's Key West Light. It's a bad shot.
Cool.
I just pull up the pictures. There's Kermit's key lime pies.
Oh, I love key lime. Ooh,
Oh, I do too.
I could tear that up.
Down there, they're not next to each other, but here they are, the smallest bar there to the left side. It's literally a door opening, but they put a bar in.
They put a bar and a door opening, and so they serve the people on the sidewalk, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. You can sit there for a few minutes, have a drink, talk to the owners and the bartender, and then you move on with your drink in hand. So.
My type of place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love the smell.
They don't allow that in Lakeland. If you get caught on the street with it, you can't open drink. You get caught on the street. Now they kind of allow it. They kind of allow it during certain times of the year, like the Mardi Gras and then St. Patrick's Day, because people kind of bar hopping downtown.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little tiny bars. It's kind of like Key West. There's a lot of little bars down there. Yeah. So they kind of overlook it. But yes, if you were to walk down the street with a drink in hand, you could be arrested.
There's a line in Key West, and I don't know how true it is, though. There are over 300 bars in Key West.
Wow.
There's only 250 liquor licenses.
Probably accurate.
It probably is. But the cops look at it, as long as you behave yourself, we're not going to hassle you.
Right.
And that's
why I say they on holidays and stuff, on special occasions, they overlook it, like you said. Yeah. As long as you behave yourself, there's not going to be a problem. But
absolutely,
if I was to walk out of a bar with a drink, first off, they wouldn't let me, or they would try to stop me. But if I was to walk out of a bar with a drink, and a cop was to see me, I would get a ticket. Well, I don't know if I would get arrested, but I know I'd get a ticket. But I did it one time years ago. I had like a light jacket on. It was kind of cool, and I snuck my beer underneath my jacket and held it underneath my arm and walked out the door and went to the next place.
This is just the village, people's houses. I just get some generic ideas. That's all it was.
Like it.
Yeah,
I love Key West.
I got a few more on the drawing board. Police and fire department. And what's the other one? I can't remember now. I've been painting for 3 days now. I can't remember what it was. It's one of those projects I go over, work on for a half hour, then I go do something else. And while the paint's drying, I'll do something else.
All real quick, I've been continuing with 3D printing. Oh, they're down here. Oh, first off, this is I I just call him a big. It's called a lizard, but I call him a big-headed lizard. Kind of a weird looking shape in his head, but he's all articulating. So, yeah, he looks really cool when you lay him all the way. When you lay him all the way out, it looks really cool.
He's long too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's probably 16 inches. Then I've got this is a dragon with a long tail.
Yeah, cool. I like that. I like the colors. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Dragons have 4 feet, correct?
Yep. He's got 4 feet and a long tail.
Next dragon does not have 4 feet.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's wyverns that only have 2 feet.
Little hands.
Yeah, and little hands, exactly, on their wings.
But I'm really, this is the racer, and I don't know if the racer and the QQS. I mean, they do amazing. I'm really happy with the way these prints turn out with these two printers. And the calibration is so simple. It's got a bed leveling, so you just make sure that it's Z height is set correct at the end of the bed leveling. You have to play with that a little bit, but I am just astonished at, this is I think it's a Triceratops, is it?
Yeah, that's a trike.
Yep. And he's articulating, his legs move.
Lynn's Handcrafted Wood Signs asked you how much does it cost to make those dragons?
As far as how much it costs, as far as filament, pennies on the dollar. I mean, I would say it tells you how much when I do Cura and tell it to slice to make this. It tells you how much it estimates how much filament by the grams. So I can probably get 6, depending on the size of them. I could probably get 8 or 10, maybe a little more of these out of one roll.
Wow.
And the roll is like $20, let's say.
Damn.
So do the math.
Yeah, you got to get more than 10 out of there.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, I just
think
how many do you think?
You could do
how many y'all
50,
think?
At least 50. I
Yeah,
would say that one right there. If they wanted to, your actual cost, I would charge them $15. But there's got to be a maybe not even a dime worth of plastic.
Yeah, it's because this is
Probably
only when I do these, I only do 10% infill.
Yeah, there's probably.
Oh yeah, you can get a bunch then.
A nickel worth of plastic.
Yeah, this is all 10% because I'm not now for my daughter or somebody. I'm gonna take a cough drop. Give me a second.
It wasn't a lizard, Jim.
But that's what it said.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, he said I wanted the big-headed lizard.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, if I'm gonna make this for my daughter or a kid, I'll increase the infill. But it's just for me, I can get by with 10% infill. I mean, he's very, very, very light, but he'll also break very easy.
Yeah, that's the kicker on it.
Yeah, and then I had to do the cat. I made a cat.
What do you charge me to make one for Amy? She loves cats.
She loves cats.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you.
All right.
Oh, by the way, I don't want to get off. Try to remember this. They're not having a Tampa woodworking show. So we want to talk about that real quick whenever, because I was supposed to get with you and we were supposed to meet Daryl over there.
Yeah, I'm going to anyways.
Down for that. Yeah.
Yep. And then I made a alligator.
An alligator, huh?
Yep. He's not quite as flexible as the other ones.
Well, none of us are anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Arthritic.
Starting to feel it too.
Yeah, he has arthritis. Yeah, this is the filament I use. Is this? Here, let me show the last one, and then I'll show you the filament. This is a snapping turtle.
That's cool.
Yeah, you push the middle piece, and his head and tail move.
Very cool.
Yep. Yeah, I use I guess you could call it a rainbow filament. But it's multicolored filament.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you how you got the different colors there. Okay.
Yep. It's just a multicolored filament.
Yeah. Off Amazon?
Yeah, I usually buy from Amazon. I catch their deals, and since I'm usually mostly PLA.
Yeah, I recognize the barcode on the reel. So.
Yeah, usually even the PLA, the cheaper PLA that I use or that I buy.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, I can buy some of the most expensive and buy the cheapest, and I don't see a difference. I mean, maybe you can see the layers a little bit more with the cheaper one, but other than that, I can't tell the difference. Let me go check on something real quick. I was printing before the show started. I want to see how it turned out.
Heirloom Game Calls was wanting a big-headed lizard and one of those snapping turtles, and he said he'd message Russ for how much.
Okay. Oh, this turned out awesome. No way. I'm gonna make a bigger one. So I downloaded
Yeah,
I downloaded this pattern, and you're supposed to calibrate it. And I don't calibrate nothing.
Steady there, Russ.
Sorry.
Breathe.
It's my all this pollen in my sinuses.
Hey, that's why I
So,
keep myself muted.
Yeah, let me go back to solo layout. I try to, but I'm trying to talk at the same time, so it's kind of like hard. I didn't calibrate anything. This is a dragon egg, which comes with threads on the inside and threads on here. So it's hollow, and this just came hot off the printer. I just printed it the same way I print everything else. No calibration, especially for it. And look at that.
Lines up perfect. Cool.
Yep. I
Now,
love
you make all the Easter eggs for your grandchildren now?
I've seen.
This is a dragon egg.
Oh, okay.
I've seen people paint those and put some type of pearl finishes on it. Oh my God, they make them look awesome.
Yeah. But my point is, I love these Delta Flusun printers. Even the QQS is a lot slower than the Racer. I'm even thinking about buying the V400 like Donna has and have 3 of them. But I mean, that is like, look how that lines up. It's just like perfect. I mean, you can see where they join, but not. I mean, it's.
Yeah, you see the scene. The individual shapes there all line up perfectly.
Yeah.
On the scene.
Yeah, I downloaded this off of Thingiverse.
Wow.
Yep.
We've
Call
got
it a dragon.
the Midwest 3D printing show here coming up in June. It's over by Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, in Indiana here by me. It's only about an hour away. But if you go in there, they have like a convention center, and you can rent a booth and show off your printer and all the stuff you've invented and stuff you've printed and all that kind of stuff. So they call it Rep Rap. So if you guys are ever interested in going to like the West Coast or the East Coast one, you can look up the Rep Rap in 2024 and see where it's going to be held at. But they're really cool. They're a lot of fun to walk through because who's the guy we had on the show a while back ago? It's been a couple of years ago now, but he was heavy into 3D printing. Joel something.
I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Got kind of a big nose.
I remember who you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, he's pretty heavy in the 3D printing YouTube scene now, but I can't.
Well, there's
Yeah, I can't
Joel,
remember his
Joel,
name.
the 3D print guy, but we never had him on. I don't think, did we?
Well, it was before you started coming.
Oh,
Yeah,
then
a
Joel,
long
the
time
3D
ago.
print guy, because there's only a few that are left, big guys, because you can't do much anymore with 3D printers. There's the only new technology is the speed, but yeah, okay, Joel, the 3D print nerd, or
Yeah,
3D print
yeah. Joel was on. He's at this thing
all
every
over the-
year. He's
all
a
over
really
the
cool
country.
guy. But
There's
yeah.
only a few big ones left that are still surviving. He's one of them.
yeah, he's pretty good. I go into the Rivian truck plant, and they've got a whole like area full of 3D printers because they 3D print some of the parts for the Amazon vans and stuff.
Yep.
And oh god, I walk through the place and I drool every time I walk in there. They've got Ultimakers in every shop. Every maintenance shop's got an Ultimaker 3D printer. God, let's sort of put one under my arm and like just kind of stick.
For some reason,
Well,
they
you know
stopped
that-
you at the gate. Huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
There,
Every
that
time.
bamboo carbon printer is supposed to be like the Mac Daddy of printers
Really?
now.
Yeah, the bamboo
Yeah, well-
is the fastest and best quality.
Yep.
I've been
gotta
finding a
do,
lot of finding a
I'm
lot
working
of
at the automated
at
trade
work.
show in McCormick Place this year, and I think it's in May. I'm hoping there's some 3D printer people there so I can go and drool all over their toys.
I see a lot of 3D
Wipe it
prints
off,
on
will
brand new machines that we ordered, little parts and pieces. It's like lasers and that for cleaning analoxes, the fancy funnels and that to vacuum out the analoxes as the laser hits it and turns the ink into powder. I've seen all kinds of new machines with 3D printed parts, motor
Yeah.
mounts.
I'm gonna find this for Len and throw it. Maybe Al, I may have to have you throw this link in the chat for me.
Okay. Put it inside, and I'll drop it out.
I am working with my you see why I'm turning my head around over here and looking.
It's okay.
Because I'm
Jim
working
and I
with
got
my-
the show. Don't worry. Take care of it.
My DTF printer. You have to print something every day or two or it'll mess up. And I haven't printed anything in a couple of days because between the colonoscopy and me being with my sinuses being sick. So I'm trying to do some head cleaning. And,
Literally. Literally.
yeah, you clean the
I do
heads
that
of the
in the
printer.
shower.
It says printer preference, and you do the head cleaning.
Where is it, Jim?
Hang on, I'm looking for. I found a
All right.
YouTube page or a Facebook page, and it didn't. I couldn't
All right.
copy the link. I'll do the printables one.
Just to show you what I'm talking about.
Hey, Russ, why don't you show us what you're talking about?
Yeah, why don't I show you if I can get the
Okay, there you go.
taskbar
Al.
shut?
Let's see what you were talking about.
Let's see. Make sure it works first, and it is Printables by Jeff Prusa. I'm okay with that. Okay, let me paste it. Here's the link
Yeah,
that
dump it out there.
Printables.
Jim mentioned there. Here it is. Now, what is this? The Midwest Rep Rap Festival, huh? I thought that was a music festival where they got in there and they just started. My 3D printer is the best in the world, and my 3D printer can be. Yeah.
Yeah, they were
There you
discovered by
go.
Al's not in the music industry.
If you can't go, they watch it live all the time on YouTube. There'll be somebody like that running around with a live.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody, they always have people live streaming from it. I might try to do that this year. I'll get like I don't know, maybe a chest cam.
Is it close to you, Jim? Is it?
Yeah,
is
it
that
is.
even-
It's only Notre Dame's only like an hour away. It's over by Fort Wayne.
If I was that close, I'd jump on that.
Or no,
right
it's
away.
not even that far. It's by South Bend.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's at
It's on
Goshen.
the east side of South Bend, right off of the I-80 toll road. Goshen, yeah.
Yeah, Goshen. Goshen. Yeah, it's right on
Yep,
33,
Goshen.
33 and 15.
It's
Which
on
I
their
have no idea.
fairgrounds in Goshen.
Is it?
Well, everybody knows about the fairgrounds in Goshen, I thought. So
Never even
because
heard of
Goshen's
Goshen.
such a big happening town.
Never even heard of
Okay,
Goshen.
so this
Is
is
north-
my software
west,
for
up?
my printer. You said want me to show you, so
Yeah.
these are files that I have printed.
Joel Telling, that's the guy's name.
This is a test file that I print to see if the colors are coming out right. And if you'll notice on the right-hand side, there's 2 white bars. So it prints out these 2 white bars, and they're supposed to be white on top of these colors. When you flip the paper over, you'll actually see these colors, but there should be white on these colors for the background. That's a test strip I made. This is something I printed. That's something I printed. That's something I printed. Iron Men Ministries. All these are files that I printed. This is another test strip that I print. So sometimes I'll print short. If I know that I've printed something the day before, I'll just print this test strip that's short. And if I have it, then I'll print this test strip, which is long. And then you do head cleaning, which you can't see it on here. Let's see if I can get the, when did it show up? Nope, that's not what I want to do.
Does that hatching pattern show up on all your images?
No, that's just the background to show you that it's clear. If you can see that those little squares, that means that the background's clear, and you're only going to print what's like the shield and the iron.
Okay.
If that was all white, then and you couldn't see the hatch or the squares, then that would mean that you notepad. I don't know how to show it. Won't show in the picture, so I don't know how to show it.
So the hatch is clear, right? So you would.
When you can see the hatch, that means that the background is clear. For instance, on this, let me go back to the cow. Where's the cow?
And it's whatever material you're printing on. That
Yeah,
comes
you
from.
see how this reindeer down here at the bottom has white around it?
Yes.
And if the hatch is gone, that means that is going to be white. See, there's no on the cow. But if you go to this one, see how the cow is white behind it? And it covers up the hatching?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and now the reindeer at the bottom. Yeah, the reindeer at the bottom are going to be clear.
Very nice.
Yep.
Oh my God, a mosquito!
Oh my God.
All that
I got my
stuff
first
is-
mosquito of
all
the
that
year.
stuff is all
Hey,
related.
Chris,
when you
careful. There's somebody
read the mugs.
to your left side.
So that is
Or was.
that's actually the RIP software to send it to the printer. So there's a lot of other settings, but you have to print something. I'm going to say I have missed. You're supposed to print something every day, but I can go a day without printing. But you have to print something every day. I've got a bunch of stuff laying around. For instance, you remember when I said the hatch part was clear?
Yeah.
See how the shield is just
Yep.
there?
Yeah, otherwise, you won't know what's white or what's not. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
So I print this for shirts that I wear. I've got just things I just keep printing. And if somebody wants to buy prints from me, I have my neighbor. She does sublimation. So she has a clamshell heat press. So she buys prints from me to put on shirts and sells
Well,
them.
we bought the printer a while back ago, and she already had. Linda's already got like an 18 by 18 press on it, but I started making up designs for T-shirts, and she bought me a bunch of white T-shirts. And my first one was a picture of Jeffrey Dahmer, and his mugshot with like the height lines on it. And the caption on the bottom I put down was, "I eat guys like you for breakfast."
Oh my God.
I wouldn't let me print it. I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, I told her I was just gonna make some.
It
sense.
went against the community standards.
And you wouldn't want to use it. Jeez.
So I just kind of lost interest in it, and we just need to get in there and mix. I got to come up with some more sayings. That's all.
Well, I can do sublimation too. Now that's the difference. This is here. Let me see. Yep.
Donald, man, you could come up with some good stuff you could send me.
Yeah, this is a sublimation. Yep. Having a pooping. I put this on toilet paper. Having a pooping good time.
What better sublimation could we have than this, guys? Come on.
Yeah.
I don't think there is one.
Well, you could have
And then you have our relationship is in the toilet.
you know what? You keep a couple of them ready that someone who's having a bad day and it says, I realize you're having a poopy day. And you give it to them as a gift. It'll change their attitude real fast.
Well, you sublimate it onto toilet paper, and then you put the roll, and I put it in cellophane, and you put the roll on the toilet. And people come in to use the bathroom, they see that and they laugh.
I'll have to start writing them down for you, Jim, because I sure won't remember them 10 minutes
I would
later.
appreciate it.
But this is sublimation. Now the difference is that sublimation will only go on to polyester shirts and to cups and tumblers that are designed for sublimation. And if you notice the paper is white, it actually transfers the pattern off of the paper onto the surface by heat transfer. But it actually heats the ink up and turns into a gas form to transfer over. It's like osmosis or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. There's a term. I know there's a terminology for it. Where this is actually an ink on the paper, and it actually transfers off of the paper onto the fabric or whatever you're going to put it on. So they're two different processes. This will go on anything. This will only go on like high polyester count shirts and sublimation cups that are designed to take it. So I like the DTF better, but still sublimation has its place because to make the toilet paper, it's a lot. It's toilet paper is fragile, and it seems the sublimation doesn't. This stuff doesn't seem to damage it like when you're trying to pull. You have to actually, once this is on your shirt, you have to actually pull this plastic away from the design, and that pulling process will tear the toilet paper up. Where this will transfer right over and it comes right off. It doesn't pull. It doesn't stick. So this is good for certain things, and that's good for certain things. That's the reason I have two types of printers. And I just got a hat press in, so now I can put things on hats. And I even bought some leather patches to do them on the laser and stick the patches onto the hats.
The laser actually does really good labels on leather. I made some for Glenna's purses and stuff she was making for the trade shows, for the craft shows. And they come out pretty good. You can get pretty tight lettering on them. Yeah. So it works pretty good.
You know, Russell, if anybody comes up with a new technology for making, you're like their target customer.
Yeah. Well, here's my point. The reason I have all this stuff in here is because I'm really concerned about, I have to have a mobility scooter now. I'm concerned about my back situation and where it's going to go from here. There is going to become a point, like I'm doing all that work on the ramp and I'm doing the work on the front porch. There's going to become, if I can't get surgery or get some relief, there's going to come a point that I'm not going to be able to do that kind of stuff anymore. So I want to be able to keep myself mentally busy by creating designs and physically busy by being in here and creating stuff. And that's the reason you say I'm a target. Yeah, I'm getting prepared for just in case.
When technology, I go, let's look at Russell. I bet he's got it already.
I am preparing myself for the day just in case. And here's my point. Everything I have is paid for. I own my house. I own my vehicles. I take that back. I bought the side-by-side to ride in on credit because my credit score was hurting because I didn't own anything.
Yeah.
Actually, the side-by-side increased my credit score by 50 points, if you'll believe that, over a period of a few months.
Yep, you got to be a slacker if you want it to go up.
You know,
Yeah,
exactly.
A deadbeat slacker, and then,
So,
then your credit score
but
will go way up.
I own everything. So, I mean, other than electric bill, water bill, and food, you know, the gasoline in the cars, that's all I have. So I've got money. And so why not buy the stuff that makes you happy? And especially if I do get to the point where I'm not able to get outside and do the things I want to do outside, I'll have things to do in here.
I get it. But now, if you put yourself in a scooter or a power chair, I'm going to be all over your shit and teach you how to push a wheelchair.
There you go.
Yeah, you're a day late and a dollar short, my friend, because I already got a scooter.
I'll tell you what I did to a friend of mine. We became friends of this. He came to play wheelchair basketball with us, and he showed up in a power chair. You don't play wheelchair basketball in a power chair. It's illegal, not to mention stupid. So his wife and I got together, and I kept sabotaging his power chair. I took the battery off it once and put it in my truck and went home. I drove into the driveway one night and took the back wheels off his power chair. So he finally got the hint and started pushing. He could push. He was
Dang.
just being lazy. So,
With friends like that, Chris, who needs enemies?
exactly. Dude.
This is my mobility.
You sure that's not a lawnmower? That sure doesn't look like a lawnmower.
Like a lawnmower to me.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my mobility scooter. It's off-road. It's not four-wheel drive, but it's
Off-road.
off-road. It is.
Does that come out on the left side or the back?
Look at the difference in the tires of like this one in the background compared to mine.
I bet you I'm still faster than that.
Oh, I don't know. That sucker's at high speed. It's pretty doggone fast.
Yeah,
But anyway, I
you know, I'm
can't.
just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, I know. I can't. I can walk. Don't get me wrong. I can walk out to my truck. I can walk into the grocery store. I can walk. But when it comes to like going to Walt Disney or Universal Studios or SeaWorld or any of those, there's no way I can walk the whole thing. Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
I even have a hard time going shopping in Walmart and completing the entire. Like, let's say that I want to go through Walmart and just go browsing, and I got to pick up a few things. I have a hard time now walking through the whole Walmart store.
Oh, it makes sense. I mean, I use crutches most of my life, but whenever I was in a crowd, like a concert or something like that, I'm using the chair because all I need is to have somebody's foot go behind that crutch, and I'm on the ground.
Yes.
You know, in a crowd, it's just not safe.
Yeah.
And now I'm retired. I'm still using the chair, but I can still get up on my feet if I have to. I want to do a video on how my shop is all lowered so I can use everything from the chair. But the table saw and the lathe are not there yet. So
Yes.
I get up on a stool to use those still.
Yeah.
But I will eventually get them down and I'll do a video about it. So
I'm going to print one of these a lot bigger. I mean, like 6 or 8 inches high. It says there's 3 sizes of prints. One goes from like this to like 6 inches, and it goes from 6 to 12, and it goes from 12 to 16. So I'm going to print this one a lot bigger. I just wanted to print it to see if the threads actually worked without me having to calibrate it, and it does perfectly. So
now can you design those and print them so they fit inside each other like the Russian doll things?
Oh, I'm sure you can. Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Good idea.
That would be a sellable item right there.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. Stagger the sizes.
I've been trying to
it-
turn the Russian doll set, but every time I get very thin, the wood just shatters on me. So I haven't got successful yet. So I'll get
It
there.
actually
It's not there yet.
turned out really well. I'm very surprised and very happy with the way it turned out. Looks great. Looks great. Oh, we could use this at Easter.
Pump
We
it
could
up
use this-
5% each time.
Yep, we could use this at Easter and make this a special egg. Like put $50 in it, and so whoever finds the dragon egg gets
There you go.
what's inside.
And no giving clues. to where it might
Yep.
be.
$50. I'll
Everybody's
go over.
love to do that.
That's what we always used to do with the rotten egg.
Yeah,
That's especially.
that's a special egg. All right, I got to get out of here. I told my wife I wouldn't be too long. It's 9:09.
You were going to talk about the Tampa wood shop.
Oh yes. Just real quick, they have canceled actually 3 shows, and I think Indiana is one of them.
We already had ours.
Oh, you already had yours? Okay. Well,
Yep.
anyway, there's 3 shows they're canceling, and one of them is Tampa. And I was going to see if Chris would come up on Saturday that day because Daryl's coming down and teaching turning classes. And see, I have a couple more friends that see if they wanted to come, like James Parker, if he'd come down from Ocala. And we could all meet up over there at the woodworking show on a Saturday. But guess what? The show's canceled. So
What day was this going to happen?
I don't remember the actual date of the woodwork. It was, I think it's
next week because
Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
I
my
think it
wife
was next
reminded
week.
me we were supposed to fly to Boston. So
I'll be down in the area
I know too, huh?
May
Hobby-
sometime, I think.
Is that hobby starting?
No, I think it was in March.
Okay.
Yeah.
well, we are in March.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's this month, but I don't remember
Yeah.
the exact date off the top of my head. I just know that I had a thing pop up in my email telling me that the woodworking show was canceled in Tampa, and I'm like, God burn it.
I know.
I'll tell you, when that Peachtree place pulled out of it, they had all the little stuff that you could just go and look through. That really gave them a big hit.
Yeah, from my understanding, a couple of their major, Alex Snodgrass, well, let's put it this way. From my understanding, a couple of their major sponsors or whatever that comes decided that they didn't want to go that far as Tampa. One of them was out west. I believe they were farther away than normal, and they didn't want to make that trip. So without them, the woodworking show was basically not going to happen. So
What you think? You think the internet is hurting them?
I do. I think the internet
I think
hurts.
it is. I think it's.
I was talking to someone last night about exactly that.
It's shows like this.
Yeah.
But people are getting their lessons online now. They don't have to go to a show.
Yep.
You sit in your back
Everything
row
is
in a folding
costly.
chair.
It costs too much to rent them big buildings out.
Yeah.
It's hard to break even.
Yep.
So, I did want to show y'all something. That's where they got me
That's
with one of
you
the
again.
IV.
Yep, that's where they got me with the IV.
Yep.
Dude, that's a bad IV. How many times they poke you?
Once, but it bruised. It lost it. It blew and it bruised me really, really bad.
It takes a long time to heal when you get older. That's what happens.
What
Even
about
got me
going
on the
over
hand.
there?
Dude, Grandpa, come on, man.
It bruised my hand too.
Hey, Brian.
Yep. All right, so we're out of here. Thank y'all for being here tonight. Whoever was Kim McCroy, Heirloom Game Calls, all y'all been out there. I appreciate Dan Ingy, Aussie Man, Michelle Marcoux. Sorry if I missed you. Lynn's Handcrafted Wood Shop.
Brian Woodward.
Yep, Ken
Him
McCroy.
and his hundreds of coins that say, today I gave one F, and hand them out. There's an idea.
Yep, thank
Donna
y'all.
was out there.
Yep, Donna Presley. So thank y'all all for being out there and being here this week. We'll try to be back next week. No promises, but I will do my best to be back next week. And
Only one thumbs up.
only one thumbs up, really?
I
People.
think 10.
I'm bringing the laptop with me just in case.
Yeah.
So.
There's 10, Jim. You might need to refresh.
Okay.
But still,
Well,
more thumbs up.
what caused a lot of it was me having the second show and then deleting the wrong one and then moving it over. So I got to go back and put the thumbnail in and do all that other kind of stuff on this one. So I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. But anyway, if you're too darn busy to get out your shop and make some sawdust, you're just too darn busy. Just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching and God bless.
Good night.
Remember, it's only 14 days till St. Patrick's Day. So buy a pint for your neighbor. But remember, you don't have to go home. But you can't stay here.
What Chris said.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Gotta leave. See you later,
Yeah.
alligator. Smile a
See
while,
ya.
crocodile.